Hi guys, Tommy here.
Talani here.
The Balance Point podcast starts now.
Welcome back to Balance Point.
Welcome back, people.
This is Talani.
Tommy Olabajo again.
Yeah. So today's episode is feminism, and it was basically inspired by the conversation that has been happening with the Ocharan case. Yeah. So
Yes.
rest in peace.
Justice for Ochanya here.
Just for
I'm trying to
Ocharan.
understand why. Have you heard it's an 8-year-old child speak? They can barely say anything. I'm not sure why you think you cannot. They are regarded as minors. They cannot do anything bad. They cannot enter into a contract. But because she's a lady, actually she's not even a lady. She's a
What are you
child.
looking at?
I'm not even sure how she's.
How you are
she's
sexually
incapable. You get
attracted
to that kind of person.
a child, basically. You
It's
are
really
a
annoying.
pedophile, sick person, and I don't get that.
I just even want to give a disclaimer.
Okay.
This Ochana case is not a feminist thing. She was birthed by a man and a woman. Everybody should be fighting for her. And I just want to say a shout out to people that have already started talking about it.
The comment sections, though, on
Stupid men.
stupid men. Sick
God.
shit down the fuck.
Oh my, it's annoying.
insane.
We need to do better as a country. We need to do better as a people. And we need to just bring back sense because some people obviously don't have it. I like that we're in this world where things are no longer as hidden. Because they had a whole protest 7 years ago when the issue came out.
Yeah,
but we didn't hear anything.
nobody knew about it.
And I like that they've reopened the case. Let the perpetrators be brought to justice.
So let's just take a moment just to honor her and
Yes.
just do that. So we can get started on today's episode, feminism.
Before that, may Ochana's soul rest in peace, and may the terrible, terrible perpetrators
be brought to
be
justice.
taken away from the community. Stop stressing other people's children.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, my girl.
Okay. Obviously you should have known us by now. We do dilemmas and then we do questions. So we'll be starting with the dilemmas on the episode today is feminism. So dilemmas on feminism.
And all of that.
So my father wants me to get married early. So this is Gemma. I'm 23 and I just got accepted into a master's program in the UK. My father says you don't need all that. Focus on finding a good husband.
As well.
Meanwhile, my brother who barely passed his degree is being sent abroad with full family support. I don't want to disrespect my father, and I don't even hold this against my brother, but I feel trapped, like my dreams are only valid if they fit into someone's idea of what a woman should be.
I mean, the hypocrisy is loud.
Yeah.
The double standard
Double
is.
And so the way they treat the boy child and the way they treat the girl child is so
annoying.
insane.
I'm not sure why she has to put her own future on hold just because. Anyway, well, if I'm Choma, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to speak to him. I'm going to speak to him respectfully because, again, in African home, respect is a whole thing. And I would assert and advocate for myself because that's the only thing I can do. I want to go to school. I do not want to get married right now. Even when I'm going to get married, I want to be in a space where I have gone to school, I have my education, I can earn. I'm in a space to make the right decision for myself.
Yeah, and if you can even talk to an adult, maybe make your mom listening to you and actually let him to see your side because even why your brother, even an uncle,
somebody that maybe
you're always be someone that your dad listening to, so you should. Obviously, but I think you should really fight for your future. You're not now go and get married or go and do this just because your dad said so.
Yeah, another thing can also be that she can look into scholarships because I know I have friends that have gone to school on fully funded scholarships.
You don't have to rely on your parents.
On him alone.
Because already big a bit.
Yeah, and then you can just support yourself with maybe part-time jobs there too.
Yeah, to understand. But you need to understand where we came from, the African.
Yeah, but it shouldn't stop ambition. Nothing should stop ambition.
But let's even talk about the double standard.
It's even annoying. Do you get, or for instance, in a family, right? If you've not given birth to a boy child, the wife has not given birth, you cannot even talk.
Yeah, actually, even with the respect of the way they treat guys and the way they treat girls, it's very.
You know what? But we'll even get to that in this whole episode, right?
Yeah.
The next one is from Okwe. I'm an online feminist but an offline coward, and I'm 21 years old. The way this is so relatable, Jesus.
Yeah, every feminist will probably have gone through this.
On Twitter, I'm really bold. I tweet about gender equality and call out misogyny in every aspect. But offline, I feel like I'm not a real feminist. I still hide my phone from my dad so he doesn't see my tweets. used to be me at some point in my life. I kneel to great uncles. I mean, that's not bad. I even smile when older men make sexist jokes.
Oh,
Sometimes I
wow.
feel like an hypocrite. Other times I feel like I'm just surviving as a Nigerian girl. Maybe both are true. Can I fight the system and still live in it?
Yeah, I think Nigerian culture can be very harsh on like women that actually speak up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you are being a coward. Actually think you're actually one of the true definitions of being a feminist because you're actually showing up exactly as you are.
Yeah, I
Showing
think
up
you're
in
even
little ways.
growing. She's 21, so
Yeah,
I
it's
reckon
still
she's probably
young.
in the university. She's not working, and she expects her parents. Like her parents are still footing her bills,
Exactly.
so I can see why she's taking it like slowly. So personally, I would just say that you should continue to educate yourself, continue to speak
Keep
online,
showing up the way you're showing
yes,
up.
and then
Keep
continue to put yourself in spaces where you can, have money, like learn knowledge and all of that.
yeah, for
And
sure.
of course, after a while, like everything will merge. Like I'm sure that it is easier for me to talk now where I'm at because I can
Yeah,
actually.
because we're already big. But when you're still relying on your parents, you cannot really say that much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you should just obviously speak up in the way you are speaking up now. And
Yes.
obviously it's like a thing of when God like Jesus
Time.
was like preaching of where you have to be like adapt your
Oh,
environment
yes,
for
yes,
sure.
yes.
Like
Balance.
you need to adapt your environment. Like obviously you cannot talk because even if you talk, your African dad is not going to listen to you. So you just have to
No
just
facts.
do and honestly just leave it alone. And as long as you're still showing up online, show up in the ways you can show up
Mm-hmm.
for the feminist cause.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and then just know that it's a time thing. After a while, once you finish school, you're already making your own money. You're already earning. Like you would come together as this very full human being, and you can say whatever you want.
Mm,
I know personally. I know here. Like I know how should I say strict our parents were, and then a lot of things that we couldn't do when we were like growing, and how like they've given us a lot of free rope now. Everybody's properly cool because we've demonstrated that we can be actual human beings. We're already making our own money, and those things just give you freedom, and that's really what feminism is about,
mm-hmm.
right? Just the freedom to be able to express yourself, present yourself in the best way possible. So yeah, I'm rooting for you,
Yeah, for
Shoma.
sure. Um, Love has made me a feminist. Before I met Ada, I thought feminism was just women arguing online, but dating her has changed everything. I usually make jokes about women, but one day she sat me down and explained how harmful that is, and that stuck with me. So I started reading more, listening more, and I noticed how often I talked over her and say a lot of sexist joke. How I would usually say I will protect you instead of I respect you. Now I call out my friends whenever they make sexist joke or belittle women in any way.
As it should
Sometimes they
be.
laugh at me, but I don't care. Loving others has made me realize that feminism is not about hating men, but it's about equality and learning to see things that you
Mm.
once ignored. I think this is true. I think we should really give this guy a round of applause because
Yeah,
this is what we need from young men.
man.
Because obviously, with the way in their race, they don't really actually go up to know a lot about
They
feminism and
don't.
how something. So it's actually nice to see this is what we need for like the feminist cause. That
Yes.
just know, man. Even if you don't understand the topic, even if you cannot relate to it, just you
Mm-hmm.
reading more, you learning more, and you actually trying to understand what it's actually about.
Yeah, putting yourself in spaces to not be defensive when somebody's talking about feminism.
Yeah.
And also, I like the fact that he said he could call out his friends because honestly, they're one of their big, like they're the problem. Like it's not. We know when we say men are bad, we're not saying all men are bad. We're not
Yeah,
saying
for
all men
sure.
are misogynist. But the truth is, like the way men are brought up, like misogyny is literally ingrained into them,
Into
and
them,
there are a lot
yeah.
of things that they
Because they
actually
saw their
have to
fathers
unlearn.
ate women.
Literally,
They saw how their father treated their
they
moms, all those
did.
things like
Do
that.
you get? So actually, they need to unlearn it, and so you need to like take. I like that you said you need to take steps to
Yeah, for
read.
sure.
You need to. You can't be triggered when a girl is talking about fem. No, you can't be. Like you need to actually take steps to understand where she is coming from,
Coming from
because the
because you
truth
have sisters, you have brothers, you have sisters, you have moms, like
like
you
men
have
and women, the reality is
women
not
in
the
your
same
life, yeah.
thing. Like it's not this, you will never be able to relate with like the things that women have been through, and so you need to understand that their own like reality is different from yours.
Yeah. And I even think feminism is actually a thing of empathy. Like
Yeah.
just you feeling like, oh, women actually deserve the same amount of respect that you deserve.
Yes.
And once you actually have that, I think you are taking a step forward. So men can be feminists too. Like I feel like this story is just to, like kind of like just say that there's actually men feminists out there. And then
Mm-hmm.
even if you might not know much right now, as long as you're reading and you're like trying
Yeah,
to do
it's
better.
a concept. Like
Yeah,
it
for
keeps
sure.
growing better. It keeps evolving, even to like fit the prevalent occurrences and circumstances like in our country and even economically, even right now.
Yeah.
You get. Okay, am I the next?
Yeah.
Okay. So all my colleagues are getting promoted except me. Hi, I'm Shewa. I work in a male dominated field and I work twice as hard as my male colleagues. When it's time for promotion, my boss will usually say, "You will soon marry, have children, we need somebody that is more stable." Wait, what? At the end of September, it promoted a guy that started working at our company
Yeah,
a year
so
after
now.
me. And I've been there since 2022 and I'm still in a junior position. I smile and congratulated him, but I went home to cry. I don't know what to do. I've told my boss, but it keeps promising. All I want is to get the recognition I deserve in my work, just as much as my male colleagues. Is that so hard? How can equality exist when ambition still has gender? Do you know what? Like, I don't know why this reminded me of the fact that even you know how our boys now and then like our junior brother, when I want to have conversations with people,
You're junior brother, my other brother.
oh, fine. I'm the it's true. I'm actually
Yeah, the first
first
one
born,
and the
first
last
girl.
one.
Well, the point is, when we're trying to speak to people, it would have to say because they are not giving me the right.
Exactly.
It would have to say, "Now my other sister
That
did that."
is
So
because
before they now
you
look, I'm
now-
like, "Oh,
even in my agency, when I'm speaking to like clients, they'll first say sir.
do you
Because they
understand?"
think that why would a woman be on the agency?
Do you get?
Like it's wow.
I hate that with women, it always looks like we have to earn respect. With men, it's given just because
Yeah.
they're men. Like you literally like
When
you
a
feel like
woman
they're
and a
having to
woman
double.
step into a room,
Mhm.
like they'll look at that man with respect. But if that woman is not doing something, either maybe she's already an established woman in the
Yes.
business, or she already have proven herself.
Do you
A man
understand?
cannot exist; they don't need to actually prove themselves.
No, they
but
don't.
Women,
You have to earn that respect. I'm not sure why that's so unfair.
honestly, I think you should leave that workplace. You're not being respected. You're not being treated well.
Yes, and interestingly, there are laws that is actually against discrimination. It's just that in Nigeria we have these laws, but they are not
They're
enforced.
not
Like
enforced.
no human shall be discriminated by virtue of race, gender,
gender,
religion, and whatever. Like there's actually a law like that. It's just well, again,
You need to give your boss like a clear like I'm
Advocate
going
for
to leave
yourself.
because you show him everything you have done in the company and everything and be like I'm going to leave if you don't actually promote me.
yeah, that
And
practical steps
Yeah.
can actually be that you begin to record your wins.
Mm.
Like literally write it every day.
Document
Today I
everything.
did this,
And then you
this.
show him because there's no way you are working on somewhere for like how many
Yes.
months. Why they entry training?
Now.
The entry 4 years.
The good thing about that is once you've documented your wins, you can even take it somewhere else.
Exactly.
Like you can simply apply for better jobs.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't
Just your
think that
CV.
workplace is for you.
Yes.
Maybe look into moving abroad. Maybe they'll even give you more like.
Yes, like obviously, like you're correct. So that's the thing where you have to advocate for yourself. You have to
Yeah.
keep document of your wins so that you can use it to even like leverage just put yourself in spaces for better opportunities.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Again, like it's so annoying. It is so annoying.
But equality can exist. Ambition is not. And us read that
doesn't-
question again.
yes.
Ambition is not a thing of.
It's not
woman.
gender-based.
It's not gender based. Like you can be ambitious and be a woman. Like
True.
so, don't feel that way at all.
Yes.
Okay, this is rough yard. I wish I was a guy. Ooh, okay. I went to a pharmacy to buy condom. The man behind the counter smirked and said, "Girls of nowadays, you know they fear God." I wanted to vanish. I wasn't reckless. I was
Mama,
actually being responsible. Yet I walked away feeling dirty. If I was a guy that was buying it, I probably would have been ill, or the guy would just have minded his own business. When will Nigerian women be allowed to take control of their bodies without being judged for it?
Oh my god.
This is something that
double standard.
yeah, this is very
It's in his head. It's probably already slut shaming her like
Yeah,
that. Like women should be able to take charge of their bodies.
Mhm.
They should be able to decide: do I want to give birth? Do I not want to give birth? Do I want to use condoms or do I want to use a different form of contraceptive?
Men should not have the opinion on what a woman should do with her body.
Like, why do they always feel like they can advise? Like, oh, as a woman, you should not keep quiet.
Even with catcalling, I would never actually get it. I would just be walking about and we'd all be shouting.
Yes.
You see, like, why?
The same thing they won't do. It's so annoying.
Because I'm if I'm walking with the guy friend or anything, and then you're shouting, like, I don't actually get.
There's another even form of sexism. When I'm walking with a guy friend and they're shaking the guy like,
okay.
you're doing well. I'm like, wait.
And me, I like,
what's going on?
The double standard is insane.
Ish. But anyway.
But this is something we have to go through as a woman in Nigeria.
Yes. Personally, I'll say that Rafia should maybe, if she's safe, she speak to the pharmacy manager. Should get him fired.
Honestly,
because I'm a sly, like she should go
get
and
it,
because
honestly.
I don't know why you would not mind your business. Is she your sister? Like, I don't
Hey,
get what's your business. Like, why do you feel the need to make comments when it's a woman? Oh my god, I've been through that a lot. Like, I cannot remember. I remember this whole thing. It was a boat ride that I ordered, right? And then I know, I know that there's no way he would have said that to me if I were a guy, because I actually related this incident to a guy, and I was like, ain't no way you can talk to me like that. But anyway, I ordered the ride. It was in drive. I tried calling with the normal in drive thingy. It wasn't going through, and then so I sent my phone number to him. And then he calls me and he starts working for me on the phone. I don't understand why you ladies do like this. Why can't you come? Why can't you come?
I have become a lady thing.
But I did not even say one word. I just cut and cancelled the ride because you're not my father. Like, it's not. I can get someone else immediately. But I remember relating this incident, and it was like, there's no way you can talk to. I'm like, just, or even when I'm speaking to clients, and then they're telling me, oh, you have to be like, why are you not sounding friendly? I'm like, yo, you want to do a job?
You know, like, we should always smile. That why are you funny your face?
You get.
I've been seeing these videos of of girls doing the same thing to guys. Like, they call it's when you're smiling, you stay in your parents' house.
Your male dominated field.
Like, you stay in your father's house, and you not no woman will put you at home.
They always say that as punishment. Oh, no man is going to marry. You're going to take for your father. I mean, I can actually rent my own house, but it's like, okay. Like, duh. But please, we actually need to do better. I beg.
Men and women.
Anyway, let's go into the questions part.
Okay, so would you get started?
Okay. What exactly is feminism? Okay. At its core, right? Feminism is equal opportunities for male and female, equal access to opportunities, equal value, equal respect, equal pay for equal work done, equal access to healthcare. We are not saying that
we don't think men and women are the same, or we don't. It's not even about you wanting.
We just want to put respect on,
like,
the kind of respect, exactly.
Like, we don't want to be equals. Like, we don't want you to treat us the way you treat a man. Like, you should not give a man a preference just because he's a man. The same preference you don't give a woman. Like, just treat people the exact same way.
Equal importance should be placed on both male and female.
Yeah, treat people the same way in workplace, in even in like friendships, in anything. Like, just always treat people the same.
Also safety from violence. So biologically, male are stronger than women. That should not mean that you should become predatory or try to maybe usurp that biological power. No, like, safety from violence, no form of discrimination, no form of saying, oh, just for instance, right, if you see a man smoking, and you're like, some people will just carry their face, but you see a woman, like, oh, and you're a woman,
exactly. This is
or as a woman you should not
like, you should not do this because you're a woman. You should not do this.
Actually, I used to like zone out once I hear someone talking to me. It's like, oh, you know, we're in an African society, as a woman you should not. I'm like, nah, get out of my face. Get out of my face with that. Like, do you get? Please, equal respect, equal importance, equal value should be placed on both male and female. And this is the core of feminism.
We're not a lesser being.
We're not lesser being.
Like, you should treat us the exact same way.
God
That's
created us
what feminism
exactly.
Is. So obviously we want more men and more women to actually learn the term.
Okay.
Because I feel like there'll be a lot of misdefinition about it.
Oh my god. Recent times.
People are saying feminism is not what it's not. Which is why I love this next question. What feminism is not. Okay, feminism is not man-hating. Feminism is not misandry. Feminism is not just about online talking online. No. Feminism is not only for the elite women.
It's for rich women. Feminism is intersectional. Like, everybody, market women, factory women, housewives, disabled women, older women, younger women, children, girl children. Oh, I need to tell you this story I saw on TikTok. Apparently, this woman went to go and start learning self-defense because in that particular village, some men think that it's good fortune to sleep with older women. And so, for whatever reason, it means they don't have a right to consent. Because, they started raping these older women, and then they'll rape them till death, and they'll throw them into the river. And so, this woman had to form a group to start taking self-defense, to just give them fighting chance against all these stupid younger women.
No, any neighborhood, that whole thing of you rather be in a place of with 100 women or 100 men. I want to be in a place of 100 women. Because even if we may not be able, the country would be, no, this is it. Where there will be only one woman and there will be 100 guys, or there will be only one guy and there will be 100 women.
Only 100 women?
Because they will actually kill that woman. scene of him. It was a movie. Like she said, they all the men will literally kill
They
that
will
woman.
bring her
Like,
to death. Like they look. Oh my
that was
god!
something, but the man will actually thrive.
Who tried now? Women.
Don't women.
You
Basically, what feminism is not being anti-marriage. You're not saying that because you're a feminist, you don't now want to get married. That's not what feminism is. No.
I'm not a feminist. So I can actually cook. Duh. Who told you feminist can cook?
The fact that you actually have the right to actually do that and have the right to actually choose who you can be is because of what our ancestors did.
Our feminist women and ancestors worked. They crossed so that we could actually work. Like the freedom, the option to say, you know what, I want to go to school. Oh, I heard I was in a conference. I can't remember. Yes, and this one was like, oh, me, I know they do feminism again. Oh, me one man just come provide for me. And then the other man was down laughing at her, saying that, you know, I they say this feminist. You know the feminist again.
That's not what feminism is. Feminism is just about wanting, like, you don't want.
She does not understand that even the freedom. The fact that she can say, you know what,
exactly.
I want to go a different route.
That's actually because in the olden days, the only thing we had was to just go to husband house. You marry a woman of at the age of like 10.
Nobody's going to ask you what you want.
What you want? They won't say like, what's your career? I don't want to go to school. Don't want to do anything.
Do you want to marry the man?
You don't have to do it because the man is saying you should do that.
Simple, like you become from your father's commodity, you become your husband's property. God, thank you, I was not born in this like that.
Feminism is not about who you just even disrespecting the culture. You should actually respect the culture and still be a feminist. Feminism is not.
It's not even brought by. It wasn't like brought into Nigeria. There's been women, Fumila and Margaret.
The about women riot.
Yes,
like that thing. Like it's such a strong.
Now,
because feminism is used like speaking out for yourself.
Advocating for yourself as a woman and advocating for even other women's rights.
Exactly.
So yes, that's what feminism is. Feminism is not. We're not trying to be heading, and we don't really care like that. Like we just want you to look at us with the same respect that you look at men.
If feminism is not you just 80 men. I feel like a lot of men actually think
extremists. Yeah, that's because
obviously
the
extremists that of misandries.
Yes,
but that's not exactly like
that's not the core.
Yeah, that's not the core of what feminism is. I think people should actually go and actually read and not just come online and just say
start blabbing
and just.
I agree. I mean, for
we
us,
get that feminism is only for rich women. Like I don't know
how that even became a thing. Like feminism is for everybody.
Because even women, like even with the case of the senator.
And now,
like she's a rich woman, but she still went through like in
rubbish, misogyny, sexist. Do you understand? Like annoying shit. Like, oh my god, it's so annoying. But anyway, the next question is: how do we involve boys and young men in gender equal parenting and schooling?
I think you should actually
first off, it needs to be introduced into the school curriculum. Now, if that's going to take a lot of time, you can start with small things, peer groups, speak about it. You can start with the next parent-teachers meeting, talk to everybody about gender equality, tell the parents what to do at home.
Yeah, and I think chore is not only for women.
Like, you should introduce that too.
The guy should know how to cook too. Like, it's not only for women because in cooking is actually a life skill. It's not something that's only meant for like, women should be in the kitchen.
Oh yes,
you should teach them how to actually have emotional intelligence. Because I feel like not a lot of teach them about content. Like no means no, yes means yes. Like
also it needs to be demonstrated to them. So kids do not just look at what you're telling them; look at what you're doing. So if you're telling them, oh okay, I want you to respect women, but they see how you're speaking to your wife.
Like
right? No, but if you're modeling it at home, do you
if you see anything or when you're like those things in American movies where like or even America where they will start saying like the F word and stuff like that, then you quickly correct it. Once your son say a sexist joke, correct like that
immediately, like from young, they already know. And I know this is so true because there are a lot of teachings that will like for instance when my mom used to teach us how to sit like those like things sit well, all those things like it actually stays with you. It stays with you. If you correct them
say like a lady now, like
literally like I use it to call myself so that when I'm sitting a certain way and then just so I can sit
like teach your men because your boys are the one our future girls will marry and see.
Like understand?
It's part of the solution, not part of the problem.
It's so unfair that they train the ladies, they make them a certain way, and then they just just let the boys love up on them, and without putting them on the right path. Also, women should be allowed to go into sport just as much as guys. Women should be in math competition. It's not just a guy thing. Like,
is it not funny
in the right
that
space,
okay?
Level the ground.
Is it not funny that women for cooking, there are more male chefs than women chefs.
Do you understand?
Someone is trying to make money with cooking. Now they'll go. But when to cook in the house, they don't want to cook.
They don't. It's giving.
Wow.
It's giving. even. But yeah, definitely, it needs to be modeled at home. It needs to be taught in schools. Teachers need to have curriculum.
About
They need to learn about it.
It used to need to be in civil education.
It needs to be ingrained in the school system.
You cannot still be teaching men is the head of that. That would
man is the head of woman cook in the kitchen. Man provides. No, oh my god, they need to understand that these roles can be shared. These roles are. The man is not doing his woman a favor by cleaning, or you're not helping her. You're doing your part of the work. Like you're not helping.
Both of you married each other. Like
yes, now oh my god.
I don't get it.
All right. So what is the connection between feminism and sexual reproductive rights here?
Well, I feel like women should actually be able to actually make decisions about their own body.
Agreed. Totally.
Because I feel like a lot of men, even in US, with the whole thing of women, like abortion is killing. Like women should actually be able to, because it's them that, like, if you would rape a girl at 10 and you expect her to keep the baby. And that's
the fact a woman should be able to decide whether or not she wants to use contraceptive, when she wants to use it, if she's okay with only 2 kids, or does not want to give birth to children at all. A woman should be able to make those decisions by herself. And apparently, there's this old thing I saw, right? A man was telling the nurse that his wife does not need epidural when she wanted to give birth.
Why?
Azal told that she needs to.
Or maybe it's a religion thing, not those religion things.
I don't really and see, no, a woman should be able to make decisions about her own body. I want to, there's this thing that happened, right? So mom see, right, there's this person that works with her, right? And then she was saying the story like she was saying it to Yoruba that she's young but she already has 3 children. And so she was like that she was tired of giving birth. She didn't want to have children because she does not think she can afford to.
Which is very love, like,
and she doesn't even have formal education. So and I was really impressed here. I was like, oh my god, I like that. Even people that are not, educated in that sense understand that you can decide that, I have 2 kids, I'm fine with that. But anyway, she went to get an implant, and her mother-in-law was like, why are you doing that? Like, you're a small child. And she's like you're not going to come and treat my kids for me. And I'm like,
those are conversations we want to be at.
Yes, like to the grassroots. Like even people that cannot read and write, they need to understand that you can make a choice about how many kids I want to give birth to. Do I not want to give birth to kids at all? Do I have a right to contraceptive? I have a right to. And then if I do decide to give birth,
using birth control and actually getting implants, IUD,
all those things, everything you want to do, and even having access to like good maternal health care. Like there's been so many maternal births, like women that die when they're giving birth, like better healthcare system for the women. Do you understand?
Okay, the feminist idea. Okay, how do you respond to people who say I support women but I'm not a feminist?
First of all, see,
this is definitely something a guy will probably say.
Igwe even needs to organize award. Fact, like Igwe needs genuinely like, okay, Alpha, should we come and give the award in your house or in your school?
I have Igwe in the But firstly, you need to highly understand what feminism is. You cannot say you support women rights, but you're being rude.
If you're supporting women, you are even looking at feminist.
Yeah, but if you're not making actions,
of course. Also, what's your definition of supporting women?
Yeah. So people will say like when if something is being like sarcastic and saying like, oh, I support women. Like you need to highly mean it.
Yes, with action, not just even words. Like you need to mean it, and I feel like we've already spoken about all the things you can do for you to actually say you support women or a feminist. Like you need to read about it, not be triggered, educate other people.
You need to not be
unlearn misogynistic practices.
Yeah, you need to not be sexist. You need to be able to treat women with the same respect you give your
male counterpart.
Yeah,
you're totally correct. What's next? Okay, how do you measure success for feminism in Nigeria? What would real progress look like? Oh well, when there are policies in place to protect women that are actually enforced, not just women saying
that old thing of like the child marriage thing, or when they cancelled child marriage in one. I can't
remember the state.
No, it's not even state. It's a country, one African country. And then the men started crying.
And then they brought back
They brought it back. Like that is setting the world back. Like
1 million years.
Like Azal now. What do you mean that you guys actually removed it and then more men were protesting? And then why were they even saying with their man and it was sweet in their mouth? Like that's weird.
I still always try to understand what is sexy or attractive about
I think it's because they can control them better.
So is that innate need for control and
for control,
manipulation?
exactly. And I even think that although say come on, people should women should highly even raise that like their daughters to actually be able to
Oh yes.
distinguish between predators and manipulators.
Oh my god. And this
Because-
is where I come in with the rubbish thing that they said us when we were young. Obey before complain. There's nothing like obey. Like, I'm raising my kids
I know.
to be properly opinionated. Yo, like they are going
You
to
cannot.
people like big predators
Us.
actually thrive
Mhm.
on timid kids, like kids that can't talk. Predators thrive if you have all these sharp mouth children.
Also, I think they should already know exactly what it is because some of those men will be like, oh, we're just playing here. So that if a man is touching you where you're not supposed to touch you, that is wrong. Like that's highly raping you. Like, I think I know people say, oh, don't tell your kids.
No, tell them what is their private part. What nobody should touch. Like you need to tell them.
They'll be telling them because the kids are small. They'll be like, oh,
I know.
it's just play. It's this.
Don't tell mommy or don't tell mommy. Rubbish.
Those weird conversations. But how do you measure success? I think once we see more men actually
beginning to support women and policies that are properly enforced,
and the TikTok, Twitter people, like once they stop saying
rubbish,
most random thing, like they can just come up one day and just be like, oh, feminism is when you like have your own car. Feminism.
We're using feminism to trend or maybe support one cause to sell ebook as now.
Feminism is when you can afford to do something. Feminism is when you are not asking a guy for money.
No,
that's not what feminism is.
That's not. Please, let's stop doing that. Another thing I would say is in terms of it's also if there's a bridge in the equal pay. Like men and women right now there's a gap in pay for both
in every single country.
In every single country in the world, you get like once that is bridged, right? Once women can go to the market without fear of any harassment.
I would actually say once we see a actually American female president, because with the thing that actually I generally thought we actually would see the first American female president, but it still has not happened.
I think that we're still very far from this. If we're being honest, even if a woman becomes a female president, I mean it's easier for other because there are other female presidents.
In Switzerland.
There are female presidents, but the truth is, it does not really translate to all the different parts of the world. And every country has their own culture.
And that's what I'm saying. America is looking the biggest country, even if they're
but what is happening in America will really not really. It won't really touch Nigeria if we're being honest. Let's not, especially when it comes to things like socio-cultural issues this.
But definitely, once I start seeing women in more like political positions.
Yes, in Nigeria. Oh my God, like women are so underrepresented in
I was
National
seeing
Assembly.
the senators list, the minister list, and like those like 3 women. Oh my! And then all the men are so
women are so underrepresented in these sectors. Even women entering like board, like one woman I heard was it Ibuka Oshika, she was like, oh, that the higher she goes in a corporate ladder, like the lesser women she sees. Like women need to be put in governance, need to be put in like spaces of like political spaces, all of those things.
Also, when as even if we are like strong women, we should also give opportunities to the women that are coming up. But that one thing of some women who actually not even want more people.
Oh yeah,
so those are ways where how we can actually
so women empowering women
empowering women, men actually learning about what feminism is and actually being like
and not being triggered.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, can men be feminists? If yes, what should they do different? I feel like we've already spoken about this.
Like read more, learn more, and don't be too like one-sided in your mentality. Like don't see things in one part. Like life is not black and white.
No.
2 truths can exist at once. So you should actually see the woman's side as well and see your own side. Don't just be like, I'm man, yourself. I'm correct, I'm this.
Also, do not speak from a place of privilege. I remember the conversation I was having with my friend that is a guy, and I had to tell him like, look, the fact that you treat women a certain way, or the fact that I was brought up in a family that allowed me to actually find my voice, I do not take it for granted. I acknowledge that I'm a woman of privilege because I can say those things. The truth is, there are a lot of women that cannot talk. Some women have to cover their face. Some women cannot go to school. They cannot access education.
They cannot access education. They cannot even travel.
They can't travel. They can't do anything without the input of their family member or their husband. Exactly. Like some women are beaten every day. Like some women, the only thing they do is give birth, and then they do this even without any form of what's that thing?
Yeah,
Epidural, like
and
any form of
they do
help.
it at very young age.
Very young
Because
age.
once
Before
a
their body
12-year-old
is fully
person having
developed.
business giving birth.
Do you get? So I thought I tell him this. I'm like, you need to speak to people from your place of privilege.
Exactly.
Like you need to tell them, like you can't be ignorant. You need to learn about this thing.
Yeah, I think that is the most thing I want to see from
Yes.
people. Actually learning about what it is.
Honestly.
And trying your best. Even if obviously it's not what that we protesters and something.
Yeah.
Just actually when you see something, maybe you post. Just show up a little
Yes,
bit.
show up in
Maybe
little
you
ways.
tell your like once your friends are saying something that is weird about women,
You will clear
not
them.
highly disrespectful to women. Like try your best.
Do you understand? Like I get that men and women reality would always be different.
Mm-hmm.
We understand. We're not saying that men and women are the same, but you need to put the same respect, the same value that you put on your male counterpart. You need to look at all the same way. A woman doesn't have to dress a certain way for you to respect her. Doesn't have to speak a certain way for you to respect her. A woman is a human being and she therefore deserves respect. Like if there's
Just
anything I want
as
to
being
a human being.
Like you don't have to be the most prettiest girl in the room or the richest girl
or
in
the
the room.
smartest.
Like just treat a woman how you treat a man.
Simple.
That
Like,
is what feminism. That's what we want.
That's the core of like feminism. Please, thank you.
Okay. What legal steps can a woman take if she's being harassed
At work? Documentation, people, like write it down, record, take screenshots,
like
snap,
show evidence and
evidence.
Also report to HR. Like
even before that, like you need to have evidence that you show HR.
Yeah,
and the thing is, what I realized in like the corporate sector is every company almost always has like an anti-bullying policy, something against a workplace harassment policy.
So much women go through. I don't think that you have gone through some form of sexual harassment.
One day I'm going to talk about all the different sexual harassment I've been through in my life.
You do not have to harass a woman just because she's a woman. I feel like that's another part of misogyny.
Yeah.
Because a woman, because she's a woman.
Oh,
well, you be moving around and they'll touch your butt.
I have to say this story.
Oh, yeah, go on.
It's one of the numerous harassment I've been through from guys, but this one really hurt me because this person was a friend. So I was in the university, right?
Yeah.
I was even in library, KDL library. I remember KDL, and then this person, we're not exactly
trigger warning.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Trigger warning.
Yeah.
We're not even best friends, but we do talk. Like we're acquaintances. And I remember, and I cannot forget this thing. It's stuck in my head. Coming down the staircase, and this ogre touches my bum. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, I didn't even have the right reaction. I was like, wait, what? What? I was now blaming myself. What exactly did I do to tell him that it's okay for him to do that to me? I ended up clearing him, but I cleared him the next day because I was still
when you get harassed, you first feel like you
like, start. What part of me
harassment
okay
is not right at all.
Do you understand?
Like I've faced through my own emotional and I'm not.
It's so annoying.
It's so insane.
And like even when I see him, he's married now. In his defense, okay, there's not even defense.
It's not defense.
But like the point is. He did apologize. It was remorseful. He was very remorseful.
Which you know, and I hope from a lot of men.
Do you get? That's why I'm like, oh, maybe he was actually remorseful. But some people don't even think they've done something bad.
I think in your case, definitely
report to
HR.
After
and
if
you can even leave the workplace.
Also, if you're maybe you want confidentiality, speak to NGOs, human rights lawyers that can actually take your case up. Which is why
I want to take it up if that highly which
is why it's very important that you actually keep evidence.
Yeah. But every single woman go through
One in three.
I have, you have, and then I was having a conversation with my friend, but we just go that everybody actually had in that
some form of sexual harassment from
there. Like we can actually, you do not have to do that. Like
and because they never really oh my god, I always say to when I'm talking to someone, they lack empathy. I think they need to learn empathy.
I think one of the first steps you can actually take to being not even being a feminist, to
being a better man,
being a better person, is to actually be empathetic.
Yeah,
you can. I feel like once people actually are empathetic, a lot of issues that happen in the world,
you can put yourself in their shoes.
Don't put yourself in someone else's shoes. Like if this is happening to me, would I actually like it?
Yes. But anyway, see this whole thing, we can literally talk on and on and on and on and on about this.
But honestly, get him
speak to human rights.
Document everything happen. If you can be really like active and actually like record.
Oh my god, that's so good. Yeah. That's so good. How does social media help or hurt feminist causes in Nigeria? Well,
I think it definitely does help because in the last few years there have been a lot of conversations. One of your friends was saying that feminism started 6 years ago.
I'm like, if I slap you.
Like, I mean, I've learned since. It's just now that people started talking about this, but which we're actually really happy. But yeah, it also caused a lot of miscommunication about what it actually
Also,
is.
even extremist movements, and then they get a lot more clouds. They just say things, oh, you need to go and kill them, like those
Yeah,
conversations like that.
extremist view.
Extremist
I think
views.
that
That's how
also
it's
because
hurting.
people, a lot of women actually think feminism actually does hate men, because a lot of women does come and say I hate men. Men should something.
Oh no, some men, that's their own, that's is on them though. Like once you're saying, oh, we want you to treat us a better way, they start thinking, oh, you're against men. Like no, they do not.
Men.
They don't. Their head is very one way traffic.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you hate me, which is not the case,
For
right?
sure.
But yeah, in terms of helping, it definitely has helped like spark conversations that actually make sense around feminism, and it is also, imagine if this for this Ochana's case,
Yeah.
imagine we're not able to like start the whole thing.
Yeah,
Because of
exactly.
the
They
media
were able
outcry,
to
reopen the case.
which we're really excited about.
Do you understand? And in terms of hurting, like extremism, so people just even use it to catch crews. They do not believe in
They do
it.
not believe in it.
They
They
just
don't support their own cause.
Oh my god,
No.
let's just move a bit. Like people just need to support their own cause, and that is not the case.
That's not the case. That is what is hurting feminism.
Feminism.
But honestly, just a simple Google search would actually tell you, and you
Okay,
see all
yeah.
the work that women has done from the women, the like
about women riots. Even
how
this
they fought
Margaret Epo,
even how we fought for what we should wear. You know those even Arab countries where
oh yes,
they actually stop.
Oh my
At
god.
some point, like in the 90s, they started actually being able to wear skirts,
Shorter
but now
things.
they are back again. Well,
Or another way by which patriarchy shows up in Nigeria, how you have your own money, but if a man does not co-sign with you, you cannot get your own
oh
house.
exactly, that is so paramount. Like you cannot actually get house as a woman.
In some places in Nigeria, I have my own money, yo.
But you have to be like, oh, where is the man?
Where's
You're
the
not
man?
married, you're not this, you're not that. Even in workplace too. That
Do you understand?
Why do you need to have a man to prove that you can actually do it? I don't
Like
get
you're a
that.
human being on your own, like an individual person.
Even feminism in the literary works, like I was seeing something of BDEC rule.
Okay.
If a man, if there are more than two women in the movie, he
Mm.
passes the test.
Okay.
If the two women are actually discussing things that actually do not relate to men,
It passes the
passes
test.
the
That's
test.
cute.
And I saw him, even a reporter failed the test, because anytime a man and women are talking, they're talking about men.
Oh,
Or they're talking about things that actually help, like
men.
male. Like once we start seeing things in representation in more aspects, that's when feminism actually grows.
Starts to show. And honestly, we can't deny that feminism is actually better now
It's
than it
better
used
now,
to be.
for sure.
Like there's been a lot of work that's been done, and there's been a lot of
there are more
progress.
conversations about
Yes,
it, for sure.
exactly. So, but obviously, we can still do better. Like we should keep growing, keep evolving, and all of that. How do you explain feminism to older family members who are hostile to it? Well, this whole thing, right? First off, other people are very set in their ways. So I think
Yeah.
first let's remove the feminism label. You can say, oh, that mama. Can you remember how grandma could not buy any property till she died, until or how Emeka just collected property from her because he was a man. Like you can start to, or like, can you remember that your friend's woman that traveled out of the country and came back to buy a house for her family? Like you can start to relate events that are like benefits of feminism.
Try and talk to them, like try and even
Start
like
small,
maybe show them movies or show them things
Yes.
like conversation that is going on.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of other people actually have known about feminism through
Mhm.
such a case, because they're seeing it trend.
And I'm proud of my mom.
Yeah,
I'm proud of my mom.
Loves.
I know,
And
right?
try and use any way you can convert. Obviously, maybe you can use religion to enter. Like just try and look, because there will always be something that your parents like. So use that way to enter. Use that same ideology and same value that
And
you
honestly,
have.
you cannot change everybody.
Yeah,
Like it's older
Choose
people
your
are very
battle.
and they're very set. Like that's the word. Like they're very set in their ways. So you have to like choose your battle.
Sometimes you don't subscribe because there are conversations that honestly I cannot help with some uncles and
I won't. Like
I
I don't.
like the
I only have conversations where I know it's going to be fruitful. If I know it's
Exactly.
literally.
yeah, when you're like and it's coming out the other way now, I don't know that
Do you get like I'm just unsubscribing
for sure. So I think we should do our last question. What does feminism in conservative or northern?
Comment to
Yeah, how can we help feminism in those areas?
um
Because obviously in northern areas, a lot of women actually still marrying young.
yes, child
They
marriage.
don't have any.
Alright, bro.
Okay, yeah. So the thing with feminism in the north is there's still a lot of work to be done in terms of the basic rights,
Yeah,
the basic
because
women rights.
Obviously, Lagos is different.
Yes, there's still a lot of work to be done in terms of the basic rights,
Yeah,
the basic
because
women rights.
obviously Lagos is different.
Yes, Lagos is more advanced. We have
yes.
richer people. We have more in terms of exposure and education.
Even more foundations actually even coming here and
Yes.
actually making people
There is
understand
still
more.
small things like women should be able to go to school just as much as
yeah.
men. Maternal health
They're very
care
behind
access.
for sure.
Yes.
But
So
all we can do is just to help them.
send more foundations there. Let there be more
Conversations
endorsements,
happening there.
sponsoring conversations.
And stop child marriage, like please.
I beg you.
Stop it. Like I
Countries
don't
are
know
not
why
developed. Let them go.
they don't have like I don't know why.
There's a new law though. There's a new law that they've promulgated in that aspect,
Okay.
and we're thankful for that. We hope that they can actually enforce
But
it.
so much conversation to be had about feminism. We cannot even begin. Like we're going to be here for
a
3
while,
hours,
honestly.
If it's something, but I think we need to actually like end it. And all we can just say
Please
is people
don't.
should learn more,
Yes,
read
please.
more about it, and don't just pass false information without you knowing it.
Exactly. Please, feminism is a continuous concept. It will keep evolving, and even we ourselves are educating ourselves on
Self more like
it every other day. But yeah, that's what we have for you today,
this is
guys.
Balance Point.
Thank you. Bye. See you next episode.